Hey guys, welcome back. This is going to be the Kingdra deck. I was actually working on another deck before, but it was kind of hard to get it to gel right, so I'm putting it back for a little bit. I'm still working on it. I really want it to work out. Actually, it's one of the decks I think would be cool. But for right now, I'm going to show you guys Kingdra. Since Kingdra is our main guy, he has a pretty hefty line, 4, 2, 4, and 3 rare candies to kind of balance him out. As far as Kingdra himself, he is a pretty good card on paper, but once you actually use him in an actual deck, you kind of see where a lot of flaws happen with Kingdra, and these flaws are what's holding back Kingdra from becoming too competitive. You can use him for leagues or things like that, and you'll have a lot of fun. He is a fun card to use, but as far as winning in the tournaments like that, it'll be a little harder for you to do compared to other decks. And we'll get into a little example why, but for the most part, we're going a little overview. And so Kingdra has 130 HP for stage 2, which is not that great, but he is Dragon type, so he is weak to Fairy, which is also a bad thing since Mega Gardevoir and Gardevoir are kind of a big thing now. 1 retreat cost, which is also, it's okay for stage 2, I'm guessing. But the ability is pretty good, Alpha Growth. Whenever you attach an energy card, you may put another energy card onto this Pokemon. The first attack is Gather Strength. You basically look for 4 basic energy cards and you put them into your hand and you shuffle your deck. It's okay. I really prefer if they just give him another attack, because Dragon Blasting for everything kind of wears you down. It makes your deck run out of steam pretty quick if you don't have the energies in your hand. Dragon Blast, however, does 150, so with a Muscle Band or Silver Bang, would be knocking out EXs. But you discard a Water and Electric Energy attached to this Pokemon every turn. I kind of wish you would just discard an energy, not an energy, but discard like two energies instead of the 1 electric, 1 water, because now you're gonna have to have both in your hand. So just 2 waters, that make it a little easier for you to get into your hand. Either way, that's Kingdra. It does do pretty good damage. It has decent comeback potential, but there are a couple flaws with it that we'll get into in a bit. We run a 2-2 line of Pineapple and Fortress because of the Thorn Tempest. I prefer to run Muscle Band over everything because it does hit every Pokemon. Even though 150 does knock out a lot of Pokemon, there are some stances when you need to do about 160. So I use Thorn Tempest, and basically lets me get a 180 HP Pokemon EX is in range. As far as Megas, you kind of have to just to hit KO them, but these let you OHKO 180 HP Pokemon, like Xerneas. Now my new favorite card that I've been using in this deck that I actually kind of enjoy a lot, and it is Melodic. Stage 1, so it's not too hard to get out. It is 110 HP, but you're not going to be using it for pretty much anything besides the ability. Sparkling Ripples. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may put a card from your discard pile into your hand. That is a pretty good ability. I actually really enjoy it. When I saw it come on the set, I was actually kind of hyped for it, but I haven't used it since now, and I really like it now. I might have to do something with it most of the time. There are cases and times when I needed a supporter, or I needed the rare candy, or I needed something like an Ultra Ball, and I had to just evolve Melodic and get it from my discard pile, and that's how I was able to. It helps keep the deck more consistent, and that's what I like about Melodic, and it's really good. I might be able to run it more often depending on the deck I use. For right now, 2 Dive Ball, because a lot of our basic Pokemon, or a lot of our important Pokemon, are Water type Pokemon. 1 Energy Retrieval, because I do need to get back energy, but with the I forgot to mention, with our original Kingdra that we have from the Plasma Freeze, I think so, Plasma Freeze. Kingdra lets you put back energy from your discard pile back into your deck for Dragon Vortex, and it's a pretty good tech card to put in. It isn't weak to Fairy as well, it's weak to Dragons, so that's a good thing. I prefer this. I kind of felt like I want to run 2 of these and 2 of these, but this deck will take a pretty hard hit once this set rotates out. You can use an expanded, but as far as standard version, I think it'll take a pretty deep hit with this one, depending on what comes off in the next set for Dragons. I know double Dragon Energy is a thing, but anyways, 1 Escape Rope. Wait, I skipped a couple stuff, huh? Oh wait, 1 Escape Rope, 1 Fresh Letter, 3 rare candies to get out the Kingdras faster, 1 startling megaphone to get rid of anything that might be a problem. There isn't too much things that mess with this deck as far as tool cards. Maybe the Spirit Links. 2 scoop ups for the Melodics, or for the Fortress, but they're mostly for the Melodics. 2 Superior to get back energies from discard pile just in case Kingdra's taken down. 3 Ultra Balls, 1 Versus Seeker, 1 Az or AZ for Melodic mostly. 2 Cobras because we're gonna have a lot of basics on the floor. 4 Ends, 1 First Birch, 4 Sycamores, 3 Muscle Bands, 4 Electric Energy, and 6 Water Energy. And the water, this ratio is pretty good for me, I think. What I like about Melodic, again, I'm sorry, I have to go back to Melodic, is I usually just Ultra Ball away the Kingdras, and I get back something else, and then I just evolve Melodic, get back a Kingdra, and just Rare Candy. Melodic has there's a lot of things you can do, but it's very versatile with it. That's what I really like about it. So I'm beginning to like Melodic a lot. Okay, as far as the shortcomings for this deck, there are quite a bit of shortcomings, and it involves mostly around Kingdra since he is the main star of the show. First of all, I really wish they gave him a better first attack. Gathering Sex is pretty good, but I'd rather just have something that does like 80 damage or something, like 60 flip a coin or something. I don't care. Just damage 1, because I don't really want to knock out like basic Pokemon, like Squirtles or Tepigs with this attack, because I want to discard energy. I don't want to do 150 to them. I just want to do whatever knocks them out. But I can't. I'm kind of forced to use the Dragon Blast. Another thing about it is you pretty much stay devoted to a Kingdra once you have it out, and that's why I think it's really has a big drawback. This Kingdra only needs 1 energy attack always, so you can always attach to other Kingdras. So I kind of wanted to start off with, but however, this Kingdra, once he's out and you attach energy, you're kind of stuck with him because you can't not attach energy to him because you want to attack every turn, and every turn you need to attach 2 energies, which is what his growth lets you do. So that's the main problem here. You kind of want to start putting you kind of want to have 3 Horsies and put an energy on each turn to them before you get this guy out, because if you don't, you're pretty much stuck with this Kingdra. You're constantly feeding this Kingdra the energies because you need to start attacking with him. So that's the major drawback with him, I believe. As far as his HP, it's not that great, but it's alright. So I'm gonna show you guys a little clip of a match that I had. There is I did have some tough battles with this deck, but this deck actually has pretty good comeback potential. The one I'm gonna show you isn't like the best fight I had with this deck. I had a pretty good decent fight with the Team Plasma deck, but this one does show most of these guys in action too, like why I have them in there, except for the Fortress, because none of the Pokemon in there were 180 HP Pokemon, but you see what I mean. So hopefully you guys enjoy the match. Today's match we're gonna fight against Little Miss Sue. I believe that's her name. I wasn't able to catch it. I kind of cut off too much, but we do lose the coin toss. And with this deck, you want to go first since you want to evolve, but it's not too bad. I mulligan about 2 times, which isn't good, and I start off with a Phoebus, which also isn't good. But let's see where this takes us. I do have some supporters though, so that's not bad. None of them get rid of cards either, so also that's not that bad. The end's probably the preferred supporter in this turn because Chorus, I believe we're not going to put on that much basics in the first 2 turns. So we'll see how it goes. I actually don't know what her deck is either, so she might even run that much basics. So when I see Mew EX, I automatically think of Night March, but she also puts on a Reshiram, so it's not a Night March deck at all. However, both of these Pokemon could easily kill this poor little Phoebus because it only has 30 HP. Luckily, I do get a Dive Ball, which helps me get a Horsey. Yay! And I'm able to put the energy on the Horsey because, you know, I'm not going to attack with Phoebus ever. But I do get an Escape Rope as well. So the hand didn't look actually as bad as it looked in hindsight, I guess. It was actually not that bad. I did wish I started first though, so I can next turn I could evolve these little bad boys over here. But can't win them all. I do get a Pineapple. I believe that's what the name is. Pineapple? Or I'm gonna opt for another Horsey since Horsey is the main attacker. Well, not Horsey, but Kingdra is the main attacker. So I'll get a good line going. Pineapple is more of that tech card. just for 180 HP basics. Let's see. I'm gonna hold off on the most bad just because it's a Starling Megaphone. Even though I don't really need it, but I'm not too sure what he runs this deck, so he could run more EXs like Charizard since it seems to be based on fire. And I want to have the most bad for sure. He has a Leo, which does nothing for us since we have basics, but they're not gonna be attacking. And then he puts energy on the wrist wrap. So yeah. So all in all, a pretty decent hand. It's kind of rough at the start with the Phoebus, but not bad. And this is what I like melodic. I have a rare candy, right? I don't have a Kingdra though. And that's kind of the problem there. But I do get a rare candy. So I'm gonna evolve my melodic, use the ability, and get back an Ultra Ball. Or a Dive Ball, but the Ultra Ball is the best since I have the rare candy already. I can just get the Kingdra. And then I also have a Versus Seeker for the supporter. So all in all, everything's pretty good. I also have an N already, so I mean, not too bad. I could have held off on the Versus Seeker, but I don't know why I did. I guess I'm kind of trained by Sazatoad decks to just get the thing you need before Quakey punches you. But either way, I got Kingdra, the Ancient Chain one. I'm gonna rare candy it, so that's why I like melodic. It really makes things go a lot quicker. And I'm gonna go get a strength, and I don't really need to excessively get the 4 energy. I could just get the 2, but I might opt for getting 3. It's only ever attached twice a turn. So this is where I'm back to being stuck. I really wanted to use that 1 energy to put on Horsey so I could have 2 attackers here, but now I wasn't able to because I had to use something for Sycamore. I had to use something for Ultra Ball. So the problem here is now I'm pretty much stuck with the first Kingdra that I had. These 2 energies I'm attaching to it are going to be gone, so I have to attach 2 more energies every turn. And I'm eventually stuck with this Kingdra. He does poison me, he does do outrage, and does about 30 damage because he doesn't have Fur Bank out. But essentially I'm stuck with this Kingdra now. And it's one of the big flaws with Kingdra, even though he's very powerful. Excuse me. Another flaw is I will get into a little later. It's pretty visible later on, but I am poisoned and I am taking some damage, so Kingdra won't be out too much. However, I do 170 damage. A little bit of overkill, but I mean, Kingdra doesn't have a second attack, so I mean a primary attack, like a 60 damage one or something. He has Gather Strength and the big whopping Dragon Blast. So now Mew comes out. And I don't have any electric energy because that's another thing I wish Kingdra let you do is discard, you know, waters or a specific type of energy, not just 1 electric, 1 water. Because now I have to like, search for electric energy. I do have an energy retrieval, so nothing too bad. But I mean, if I was to fall victim to an N or something, then that would be that. So let's see. I must be thinking a long time about something. So he does Iron Crash, which gets me really confused because I do not know who that was. And then I looked at Fortresses and it was like, oh, that's Fortress Attack. It's pretty funny. I thought it required metal, but I guess it did not. So I can maybe use Fortress Attack for something else too. That's pretty funny. I really didn't think Fortress. I thought it was a metal and then a regular one, but now it's good to know. Now we have things to hit ice. Steel type Pokemon, weakness Pokemon, I guess. Like Aurorus. Aurorus has a pretty hefty retreat cost. Anyways. So there you go. Dragon Blast another time. Knocking out. And I'm only getting 2 prize cards for that one. But if you get that lit Leo, we got 1 prize card. And here's where another big flaw comes in. Where Kingdra is you have to keep supplying it, so eventually you're gonna run out of steam. If this is a 6 prize card match, it'll take me a lot of effort to knock out 6 Pokemon with the Dragon Blast attack. EXs are a lot easier since they give you 2, so realistically every night you need to do it 3 times to knock out 3 EXs with Dragon Blast. However, my opponent gives up, luckily, because I'll probably gonna lose at Kingdra. It'll take me down about another turn. But Dragon Blasting EXs is a lot easier than Dragon Blasting like smaller Pokemon because you waste a lot of resources doing a Dragon Blast every turn. But yeah, I also did change my outfit. Yay, that's pretty cool. I look a little less douchey. I look still weird, but I can't figure out to take out the mustache. But thank you guys for watching the video. Hopefully you guys like the Kingdra deck. Leave any comments if you have anything.